Hello, this is MacGyver, and I'm down here at MacGyver's Tire and Wheel. Yeah, did a little bit of stuff there. Y'all remember that truck that Jesse's Diecast Garage sent me? Well, I didn't like the way it looked. It just didn't appeal to me, so I worked on it, and I did some changes to it. No doubt. You see all that right there on the right there? That's pieces of it. No doubt. I went to the welding supply and got the oxygen and acetylene filled, and we went to work on it, Pete and I. No doubt. So anyway, I'm here today to show it off there. Sure enough there. So anyway, we're going to kind of push this pile of junk over here out the way, and we're going to get to the truck. First thing I did to it was I changed the wheels. I didn't really like the style of wheels I put on it. They don't like the style of them rims, rather. So I changed it. Y'all remember that white truck that I had worked on that was similar to this? And I turned it into a four-wheel drive, and then it ended up not being a four-wheel drive. Well, I used those wheels, and I had some more like it. So I put them on here. And also, this truck's totally different now. Here you go. How about that? That look pretty cool? I think so. Yeah, we're going to move in a little bit there. Yeah, what I did was I removed all that big red piece. This deck was way up high, in about level with the doorknob, the door handle. So I removed all them pieces and got down to the frame and mounted the deck directly onto the frame. And this on the side, this tank, those are the tanks Jesse sent me. I mounted one on each side and also put the tailpipe or the exhaust stack on it that Jesse sent me. So yeah. And so still got the back bumper thing on it, but I had to cut it and make it to where, it fit. As you can see, it's dual wheels on the back, or I guess they call it tandem axles. But anyway, yeah, that's what I did. And here's the bottom of it. I cut off right there the original frame, and I put in these pieces that these wheels are mounted on. They were originally on this when I was fitting it onto that other truck. So I fitted it on right onto the deck. Now, in between the frame and the deck is an M2 plate. I cut me a thin, narrow strip as wide as this piece here, and I fitted it in there first, so that would give me the clearance for the tires wouldn't rub the, the deck. So if you look right in there, well, let's see. See if we can kind of zoom in on that little spot right there for a minute. Let's see. If you see right in there, that's an M2 emblem. You might not excuse me, might not be able to tell it, but on this video, there it is. I done kind of scratched on it and stuff there, but that's the very edge of the M2 markings on the bottom of the plates. But yeah, it might be a little crude looking as always. And I put a tank on both sides. So yeah, got a tank on each side. And somebody's gonna say, well, that exhaust pipe's too close to that tank. Well, that's not a fuel tank. That's an air tank. Yep, that is an air tank. Excuse me, I got to back up a little bit. So yeah, that's what we did. To me, this truck looks more realistic looking now. Yes, indeed. Like it this way. Much better looking than the way it was, if you ask me. No doubt. So anyway, that's what I wanted to get on here and show it. Show it off. Yes, indeed. So anyway, we're going to park it right there. And I got back to work on this too. I got a rolling grate now. What I did is I took the base back off. I took the front axles out. And I run a hacksaw in the axle slot. Cut the slot a little bit deeper. Just enough so those front wheels wouldn't touch that black up in there. As you can see, I got the tire. It's just below that. So yeah, it rose great now. Definitely rose great. Yes, indeed. So that's finished. That's a finished gasser. And this one, I drilled through there and got the front wheels on it. And I got the back wheels attached. There's what I did. I put a piece of M2 plate across the axle and JB welded it in. I still got to work on this front. I got to put axle spacers in here. As you can see, it's got a lot of slack. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an axle spacer in on each side. Get those wheels to where they ain't moving around. So yeah, it's got a lot of slack in the back end, as you can see. But that's just oh, and I didn't mention before, I had to cut some of this here metal out on both sides to make these wide tires fit in there. And it's a little crude looking too, but yeah, I believe it'll be okay. And let's see something here. The Chevelle, I believe it ended up being just a fraction higher up than the Impala did. Let me move it over here in front of the camera. I was looking at it over the camera. It ain't too bad. Once I get them axle spacers in there and them wheels won't wiggle back and forth like that, nothing I can do about the back end. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever seen that video on TV, on YouTube, a black Chevy like this. He was at a drag strip and he took off and the whole car lifted up just like that. I only had one wheel touching the ground. And when it come back down, he broke the rim on the left front. But yeah, that's my gasser. I'm happy to have it, no doubt. So anyway, that's all I had to show today. I hadn't got to the Dodge truck yet, and I'm gonna have to put regular tires on it because the way this piece is, if I cut those edges off to narrow it up, then the axle, you see the hole in this here piece is low, and if I cut it off, then I ain't got nothing to keep the wheels way up. I could probably customize some pieces and make it work, but I think we're just gonna put regular tires on it. This one here's the one that's gonna go to Rat Black. He wants chrome rims, so we're gonna put these rims here on it. These came off of that Camaro. Yep, that's the set we're gonna put on the truck. It's just gonna be a stock truck with chrome rims. So yeah, and I hadn't done anything to the Datsuns yet, or the Nissans, or whatever, Datsun and Nissan. I only had one person that was kind of negative on the wheel swap on these here Datsuns. It's a Datsun 510 wagon. He said a JDM, something about 5 spokes on JDM don't look right, but I'm going to put them on there because there was enough of you that said wheel swap it. So they will get wheel swapped. Y'all see them this coming weekend? No doubt. So anyway, that's all I have for today. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you again, Jesse, for this truck. I hope you ain't jealous now and wish you'd have kept it because, anywho, I changed her up. I think it looks a lot better like this. Looks more like a realistic looking truck. That old sidewall thing that they had on it, which I done cut into pieces. It just didn't look like a realistic looking truck to me, but I don't know. It might have been that way back in the 50s. Who knows? But I like it the way it looks now. She rolls great. All 6 wheels roll fine. No doubt. Oh, and I'm gonna take an M2 axle and I'm gonna bend it and fit it in here and make a pipe come into the body because right now it's just nothing there. But we're gonna take an M2 axle and put in there and give it a look like a pipe coming to the muffler. Excuse me. Oh man. So anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming by. We'll catch y'all on the next one. This is Mike MacGyver, and I'm gone.